Happy Wednesday, guys. We have 3 more days until spring break. You guys are working so hard, and I know you can do it. And then next week, we're all going to take a big, long week break from school. And then when we come back from spring break, we'll have some really fun things to do. So today you have math, reading, which we're going to do a Zoom class, and you have writing. You have 2 different writing activities. One, you're going to be making a card for Father Sebastian, because who doesn't love getting cards in the mail? And 2, you will be either doing handwriting or a roll activity, like a roll a story, where you use a dice, and you can do that online, which I challenge you to try, or print version, depending on whether or not your parents can help you with that. So have fun today. Welcome back to math, and we are doing some graph reviewing today. So for the last few days, we have been doing graphs and learning about the different types and how to take some information and put them into a picture or a bar graph. So when we just have tallies here, this is just a tally chart. And then we have our favorite ice cream over here. This is what we would call a pictograph. And we use pictures. So I'm going to use ice cream cones. So 1 ice cream cone equals 1. So I have 3 vanilla, so I'm going to draw 3. Chocolate, I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And mint, I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then over here, I have a bar graph where we use bars to graph. So 3 vanilla, I got to go all the way up to 3. That's halfway in between. Chocolate, I have 5. Oh, another halfway in between. And then I have 4 for mint. And then this one over here is a line plot, which has information going up just like a bar graph, but we use X's. So 3 vanilla, 5 chocolate, and 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 mint. So hopefully that was a review. We've been doing that for a few days. Now we're going to do our assessment, or kind of like a test, but this is one of my favorite tests, you guys. Let me show you why. So you're going to need your packet, and we're going to find the representing data in a graph. And let me show you what we're doing today, because we are not actually graphing anything. We're just getting ready. This is the first page you need. You need this one, this one, this one, and this one. That's it. You can put the rest of it aside. So this is just to say, like, we're going to kind of, we're creating our own information is what we're doing by surveying the class. So you get to come up with a topic that you want to ask the class with whatever categories you want. So I'm looking through favorite breakfast, favorite summit activity, favorite insect, favorite board game, could be favorite video game, whatever you guys want, favorite book character, favorite type of book to read, favorite, it could be favorite ice cream. I'm going to do favorite breakfast because love breakfast. So this is our topic. It's really my topic. Favorite breakfast. Now I get to create whatever categories I want, but they have to be breakfast items because that's my topic. If you chose favorite pie, then all of your categories are going to be pie flavors. If you chose favorite insect, then all of your categories are going to be insects. Okay, so favorite breakfast, I'm going to put pancakes, put eggs, toast, oatmeal, French toast, or cereal. And those are the questions that I'm going to ask you guys tomorrow. So be ready. Think about what your favorite breakfast is. But I'm not done. This is not the only setting up I need to do. Here is your test. But you can't do any of the tallies or anything because we haven't asked. But here's what you are going to do. You're going to take whatever your topic was. And the question is, what is your, and then I chose favorite breakfast. Maybe you chose favorite card game or favorite board game. Put in whatever you chose. What is your favorite breakfast? Okay. Then here are my categories. I just picked my categories. Now I'm going to put them here. This has 5 categories. Pancakes. Oh, I'm going to put eggs and bacon actually, because that would be my favorite. Eggs and bacon. Oatmeal. I think I'm going to cross out the toast category. Cereal and French toast. So you have 5 categories, and you can only use 5. That's it. You got 5 choices. Now it says tallies. Leave it blank because we're going to ask our friends tomorrow. But I can fill in my categories here. So pancakes, eggs and bacon, oatmeal, cereal, and French toast. This is so that tomorrow when we meet in the Zoom and you ask all your friends what their favorite lunch food is or favorite sweet treat or whatever your question is, and you have all this information, it's going to be really easy for you to finish your test because everything is already filled in for you other than the actual data. But I do need to label my title. So this right here is a pictograph and it is called favorite breakfast. And I need to pick what my key is going to be. So my key is, I'm actually gonna have a piece of toast. Remember, just pick one picture for the whole thing. I'm not gonna put pancakes here, bacon here, oatmeal here. No, I'm gonna pick one picture. One piece of toast equals 1. That's my choice. Now I'm gonna look on the next one. Line plot and bar graph. Okay, so I'm gonna put the title, favorite breakfast. Put the title over here, favorite breakfast. And I'm gonna put my categories again. Pancakes, eggs and bacon, this one's a little smaller, but that's okay. I know these ones have 6 again, but we're just gonna cross it out because when we are surveying tomorrow in our Zoom, it's gonna be really hard for kids to remember 6 different categories. So we're just gonna do 5 and leave it at that. You'll cross these ones out. Now you need to, for your bar graph, you need to set up a scale here. Does each one equal 2? Does each one equal 1? You need to be the decider of that. I would probably choose 1 or 2 because we're only gonna survey about 15 people. But you choose. I'm going to have it be 1. And this one right here says label 4 numbers. So what do these numbers mean? It means number of students. Yours is also going to be number of students because we're all doing the same thing. We're all surveying students. So now I'm ready for my line plot. I'm ready for my bar graph tomorrow. I've labeled them with titles. I've put my categories. Now, here's the other thing. Oh, I didn't put my name on it. Okay, this last page here says write 4 questions about your data. Do you remember when we were doing our math? I'll show you an example here. And we were doing graphs and it asks us questions like, what is the most common, or how many more people like news magazines than music? How many people like fashion magazines? What type of magazine is most popular? How many people took part in the survey? you are now going to be writing questions like that. You are coming up with the questions. So I'm going to look through what kind of questions do I want to ask about my breakfast foods. I'm going to write, and you might need to wait, like how many more people like this than that. If you want a question like how many more people like blank than blank, maybe leave it blank. So how about this? How many more people like blank than blank? Then tomorrow after I ask the kids, then I can fill it in. Because if I say how many more people like oatmeal than eggs and bacon, but more people vote for eggs and bacon, that's not gonna, this question won't work. So I'm gonna just leave it blank for right now. For questions like that where you're comparing to, because you don't know the data yet. But I can say, what was the least favorite breakfast food? How many people liked oatmeal and French toast? So I'm combining two categories. And then you don't have to have these questions. I would prefer that you come up with your own, but yes, you can use some of these questions. Please steer away from how many people like pancakes, how many people like eggs and bacon, how many people like oatmeal, because that's kind of, those are really, really simple questions. And I think that maybe you can use one question like that, but you need to branch out a little bit. And then I need to come up with another question. If you're having a hard time figuring out what kind of questions do I even ask, then refer to your book. Because if we look at all this information, how many students like this? How many more students? Which did they like the most? How many people were surveyed? Which two flavors did the students like best? Here are a ton of examples of questions that you can use, and you just change some of the information, like instead of juice, it's breakfast food, okay? So again, I am not filling in any of the information. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow when I ask my friends, but you can fill in a lot of the stuff so that you're ready for tomorrow. And then after I ask and I fill in my categories when I ask my friends, then I can go back and answer my questions. So you're doing both parts. You're asking and answering, but challenge yourself with these questions. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. See you tomorrow for our Zoom when we survey our friends for our question. See you tomorrow. Bye. Hello and welcome to writing. We are going to do something a little bit differently today. We are going to write letters. We're going to write them to Father Sebastian to say, hello, how are you? We miss you, and to send them a little mail. So you can, if you have any cards around your house, maybe mom or dad have some little cards, or maybe some bigger cards, or maybe just a piece of paper like this and an envelope, or maybe you have some construction paper you can fold into a card. Whatever you would like, whatever you have around your house would work. But because this is writing, we are going to follow the formal guidelines for writing. So you get your paper ready, and up in the, I'll do it this way. In the upper right-hand corner, we always put the date. April 8th, 2020. And then on the next line, all the way over here, we write dear, whoever we're writing it to, and we're writing it to Father Sebastian. So for those of you wondering how to spell his name, this is how you spell it. Then you're going to write your letter in here, and at the bottom, you are going to write some sort of a going away. So God bless, blessings, miss you, sincerely. Okay. And then what are some things that we could write in the middle? I'm going to write some ideas, but you are going to write them in sentences, obviously. You could say something like, you could ask one question, how are you? You could thank him for all of his help because he's been doing all the live masses on Facebook for your families to watch at home. So you could say, thank you for filming mass so I can watch when I'm at home. You could say something about missing school. I miss school and going to mass at St. Madeline Sophie. You could wish him a happy Easter because it's coming up. I hope you have a wonderful Easter. So this is just an example of a letter that you could write, but yours, if you want to use this format, you can certainly use some of these sentences, or if you want to create a whole letter of your own, that's fine. But you do need to remember to put the date, put the entry or the greeting, dear Father Sebastian, and then the send off. So sincerely, or God bless, you are in my prayers, and your name. And again, you can use any form, even if you have something different you want to use, that's fine. If you want to draw a picture, you could do that. And then ask mom or dad to put it in the mail for you, and the address to mail it. It's just the church address, but I will also put it in the email from today. Have fun, guys. Hi, guys. For writing today, we are going to do something a little bit different. And what we're going to do is I sent this to your parents, and it's just a piece of paper, but it's for a roll of stories. So your parents are going to click here, and it's going to bring you to something to make a copy. So you're going to click make a copy, and it is a digital form of a roll a story. Now they can print these off if they want, or you can do it digitally, either one. It depends on what you and your parents would like to do. So this is what it brings. You need to change the name. Please rename it. So put your name on it. I'll put my name. This is Mrs. B, but you're going to put whatever your name is on it. And it's a fun way to roll a story. So you are going to create a story with the main character, a setting, a problem. And here are some options. So if you click here, there is a digital dice. So you're going to roll for your main character. And I got a 6. So my main character is a talking pencil. And now I need to roll for my setting. I got a 6 again. So looks like my setting is outdoor camping. Roll again. 4. And I got lost while camping. That does not sound good, but it sounds like it'd create a great story. So on the next page here, you're going to put your name up here. And my main character here was a talking pencil. My setting was outside camping. And then my problem was got lost. So then you're going to come over here and you're going to type your story right here. Here it says add image, which is the picture. So if you go to this next page right here, there's all of these pictures and you want to copy and paste. You are not going to just drag it. So you right click it. You can copy it, come back and paste it. And just drag it on over here. This little add image here, that you can delete that. Or if you have a different picture you want, that's fine. Maybe you want to write your story first and then pick out a picture, because as you write, you might want different pictures than what are available to you here. Then when it is time to, when you're all done, I would really love to see it. So there's a couple options. Your parents can share it, or you click print. You're not actually going to print it though. You just click that and it's going to come up with all of the options here. And you're going to save it as a PDF, but instead of all pages, we want custom pages, and I want this third page right here. I'm going to click page 3. So the only one it's going to save is this one. Click save. It's going, I'm going to write Mrs. B's writing. You're going to put your name writing, and it's going to save it as just this page, and then your parents can email it to me. So I look forward to reading your story if you wrote one. Otherwise, you are doing handwriting today. Have fun.